Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for being here tonight. We didn't think that many of you would like to come the Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah. It's really wonderful to be here, and we're quite excited that this is the last Shabbat of the old year. It's the last Shabbat also of the month of Elul, as we blow the shofar.
Oh, right.
Before we light the candles. Your turn, right? Oh, no, whatever. You have a choice. This one is much nicer. Tekiah Gedolah. Nate did 54 seconds last week. No pressure. That was 56 seconds. Thank you. And I think now we're ready for the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
L'chu niranena l'Adonai Nariya letzur yishenu Nikadma fanav betoda Bismeirut Nariya lo Shiru l'Adonai Shir Chadash Shiru l'Adonai Kol haaretz Shiru l'Adonai Baruchu Shemo Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'leilim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'od yadai, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo yishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, kol Adonai alamayim el hakavodim. Adonai, amayim rabim, kol Adonai, b'koach yadai, kol Adonai behadai, kol Adonai shover arazim, v'shober Adonai et arzei hamanun, v'yarkitem kemo egel. Yadai, Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekavela. Shalom v'zachor v'dibor echad ishmiya. you're able, I invite you to rise as we turn to face the entrance to our sanctuary. And we welcome in Shabbat. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam v'simcha u'v'tzola toch emunei am segula boi chala boi chala lecha dodi likra kala tene Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala tene Shabbat nekabela.
Before we sing the song for Shabbat, the song of gratitude, I would like to ask if anyone would like to mention something good that happened to you in the past week, something that you want to say thank you, God, for. Okay, let's start on this side, Mike. Your wonderful kids who came for a full week from Michigan. Welcome. Ben turned 18. Wow. You're getting old. Your grandson, you are not getting old. So let's sing together, Tov lehodot la'Adonai. Oh, pictures. For years, I cannot remember.
Maybe we'll do the pictures first.
Oh, pictures of
We
the
should do
week.
the
That was a lot of fun.
Before we do the gratitude.
So
It's
Cantor
fun.
Marcy and I went to Barnes & Noble, and we read some books for these wonderful, beautiful children. And these are the older, wonderful, beautiful children who had some nice. That was a nice.
That's
Oh,
a
I
good
know.
picture.
Beautiful, wonderful men's club. Did you catch the picture with the burger in the air?
Did you catch the burger? Oh boy. Rosh
When we have
Hashanah's
round
here.
challahs at the temple, it means that Rosh Hashanah is really, 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 really close.
Tov lehodot Adonai, Tov lehodot Adonai, uzamer leshimcha elyon. Tov lehodot Adonai, Tov lehodot Adonai, uzamer leshimcha elyon. Hagit baboker, baboker chasdecha, ve'emunotcha Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Borachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim, Yitgadal ve'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yamad yivrach yirtei ve'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv ve'yimeru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'la'almei amaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yit'aleh ve'yithalal Shemei Dekudsha Le'ela Mikol Birchata Veshirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Tamiran Be'alma Ve'meru Amen.
If you're able, please rise for Baruch Hu. And before we pray, you may want to turn to your neighbors to wish them Shabbat Shalom. You may introduce yourself if you don't know each other.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yadadai,
Let's read together the evening prayer. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in the heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai tzvaot shelo, El chai v'kayam, tamidim lo chaleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Haravim.
Before we continue with the prayer of Shema Israel, I would like to invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Let's take a deep, slow breath in and out. Let's breathe in again. And let's breathe out our stress and anxieties of the past week. A Shabbat is a time to let go of everything we need to let go of. And as we keep breathing slowly in and out, let's take a moment to talk to God, to say to God anything that we want, to ask any question, to say thank you, or even to complain. And then let's take a moment to listen to God's reply. Together, let's say Shema Israel.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto
And we slowly open our eyes as we continue.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Take to heart these instructions which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Leman tiskeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai vehitem kedoshim le'elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem l'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Thus you shall remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy for your God. I am Adonai your God, who led you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Mi chamocha b'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot hosef eleh. Malchutecha ra'u v'anecha, Bokeh ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Seli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar, kifad Adonai et Yaakov, uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai Ka'al Yisrael.
Please rise for the Amidah.
Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imachot, Umevi Geula livnei v'neihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. We read together. God, you appeared to our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, and you are here with us at this very moment. Your power is beyond all measure. Your kindness is all around us. You placed within each of us the power to save your world. Remind us, God, to live up to all our potential. Show us how to bless your world. With the secrets of the wise and the teachings of the sages in my heart, I open my lips in prayer before you, God, creator of all. Bless you, God, who shielded Abraham and protected Sarah. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, mechayei hakol ata rav lehoshia, morid hatal, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayim emunato, lishenei afar, micha mocha bal gevurot, umito melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'emanata lahachayot hakol. Baruch ata Adonai, mechayei hakol.
Leo Frank was a young Jewish man who went to Cornell, received a degree in mechanical engineering, and in 1913, 110 years ago, got a job in a factory in Atlanta, Georgia. A young employee who was only 13, the laws were different back then, was raped and murdered. And of course, who is to blame? The Jew. The trial that he had was completely rigged against him, from the judge and the jury. The main witness was the murderer. And despite all the contradictions and all the problems, he was sentenced to death. It got a lot of press because it was quite clear that many things were wrong with this trial. So the governor of Georgia commuted his sentence from death to life. As a result of that, a mob entered the jail, the prison, that became famous in the past few weeks, the Fulton prison in Atlanta, kidnapped him, lynched him. 1915. That was the backdrop against which the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, was founded. Have you heard about the ADL? We must. Now, many of us, during different times of our life, criticized the ADL for what they did, for what they didn't do, for the people they attacked, for those whom they didn't. But let me tell you something. We need the ADL probably more than any other global Jewish organization. They are the #1 organization that fights anti-Semitism, and they do it well. They have an experience of almost 110 years. And they have been attacked this week by Elon Musk. Not just attack them, also he is threatening to sue them. Initially for only $4 billion, but then he was less generous and decided to sue them for $22 billion because he blames them for a major reduction in income from advertisement. But I'll get to that later. First, just let me give you some of the achievements of the ADL throughout the years, because it's easy to forget. So in that time, the early 1920s, anti-Semitism in this country flourished. If we think that now it's bad, it was really, really bad back then. Even in the official manual of the army, they say that Jewish people are more apt to malinger than native-born. So we Jews always find excuses and feign sickness just not to serve in the army. Who would fight the army? ADL. That was one of their first struggles that they have with the US Army. KKK. They weren't only against the black community. They hated Jews as much, maybe sometimes even more, than they hated the black community. Who do you think fought them? And it was not just a passive reaction, just writing in the papers. And, there are amazing stories when you read about this time of how they sent people to pretend, to disguise as KKK members, and got all the information and then gave it to the authorities. Henry Ford is probably one of the most anti-Semitic people in the history of our country. He had a newspaper, the Dearborn Independent, and he loved to write most anti-Semitic articles there, and more than that. Remember the protocol of these elders of Zion. It's a propaganda that started in Russia, according to which there is a Jewish cabal that is planning to take over the world. It's still one of the most popular books ever. People love this stuff. Even in countries that they don't even know what a Jew is, they love this stuff. Henry Ford gave it for free with his newspaper. It's just unbelievable how many Jews got killed because of these protocols. They fought with him a lot. And in the 1940s, he apologized officially. He stopped writing these articles, but then he said that he understood that he was wrong. Most anti-Semites don't, but at least he did. But that's the ADL. Without the ADL, it would have continued. 1930s, this country was full of pro-Hitler people. So many Nazi sympathizers, not neo-Nazis, the real thing. Like the German-American Bund. They were awful. Who was fighting them? The ADL. Or at least ADL collaborated and gave information for years. The authorities, and later on when there was an FBI and now Homeland Security, they needed their information because they kept collecting it. This is a serious organization. Remember when Jewish people that universities had quotas for Jewish students? ADL was the one who started to crack the quota. Enough with that. It was a long fight. Maybe there is now an unofficial one, I don't know, but officially it's gone. They are the ones who promoted legislation that many states legislated to prohibiting wearing masks during public demonstrations. No more masks. Who are wearing masks and covering their faces? The KKK. After this legislation, the numbers of the KKK went down dramatically. Because everyone is a big shot doing whatever they want when you cannot see their faces. After that law passed, including in 6 southern states, that was a huge blow to the KKK. After the 1973 war, the Yom Kippur War, many companies around the world decided to boycott Israel. The ADL promoted legislation that prohibit American companies from participating in this boycott. The refuseniks, the Russian Jews who were refused everything. They couldn't leave Russia, they couldn't practice their Judaism. The ADL was the one who compiled the list of 11,000 Soviet refuseniks and supported, and the list is really, really long. So if you had or still have some ill feelings towards them because of whatever reason, remember what they have done, and unfortunately, I can promise you one thing. They will be very, very busy in the years to come because anti-Semitism is going up steadily. And they are the Jewish organization, the #1 Jewish organization fighting it. Back to Elon Musk. I love the cars that he makes, I have to admit. Actually, I like the cars that Henry Ford made. But after he bought Twitter, that turned into X, he loved all these crazy neo-Nazi groups and all these ultra-rights with a lot of anti-Semitic messages. The ADL begged him to stop. He didn't want to stop. And they did tell advertisers, you probably don't want to advertise on Twitter or X. And indeed, some stopped, actually 60% of them stopped, but not because of the ADL. No, it's a powerful organization. But this is an organization with a budget of $80 million. Elon Musk has much more than that. Probably more than 80 billion. I didn't check his net worth. But you know why they stopped? Because they advertised, and next to that was an advertisement of a neo-Nazi organization. You don't have to be a genius to know that you don't want your company to have an ad next to a neo-Nazi group. So he tells the story now that because he lost 60% of revenue, and actually he lost $22 billion because since he bought Twitter, its value is now half of what it was before. And it's not his bad management. It's not his crazy behavior. Whose fault is it? The Jews. The Jews. And this is not new. This is the backstabbing argument against the Jews that has been around for a long time. The best were the Germans, of course, because they really were the best when it comes to anti-Semitism. It didn't start with Hitler. It started after the Great War, First World War, when some of the German leaders said, we didn't really lose the war because of our army, because of our generals. We lost the war because of the Jews. Now, many Jews fought for Germany. They were good German citizens. But they said these Jews pretended to be loyal to Germany, but they stabbed us in the back. So it's not the German army, it's not the German leadership, but these backstabbing Jews. What Elon Musk is saying, it's not me, it's them. Like this little organization can convince all the advertisers in the US not to go to Twitter. This is a very anti-Semitic argument. Forget about all of his others, but just that. He puts the Jews as the scapegoat. It's not me, it's them. And I'm going to fight with them. We need ADL. I don't know if Elon Musk is going to sue them or not. And if he sues them, probably has absolutely no chance of winning anything, but he's notorious for just threatening everyone and promising and very seldom fulfills his promises. But I really want you to be aware of it. And I want you to, I'm not calling for support of the organizations necessarily, but just be aware of its major contribution to the strength of the Jewish community in America and around the world, because they expanded it to the rest of the world. And even if they do something that you disagree with them, because they often really irritate people from the left and the right, so they're quite consistent about it, never give up on them. We need them, and we need them to remain strong. So this is my last unplanned message of this current year. Next year will be a better one. We continue now with the healing prayer with the Mishaberach. If anyone would like to mention the name of a loved one who is ill and in need of healing, you may want to mention their names.
Marlon Graffin, Carol Lubin, Dee Dee Wenis. Julia Greenberg. Ellen Varela. Don Chapman.
Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Cause those in need of healing with refuah, shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Please rise for the closing prayers.
Lehashevota el vavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim. Lehashevota el vavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech kol haaretz bayom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
If you're observing a yahrzeit, or you're doing the 30 days or the 7 days of mourning, please remain standing. As we remember today, Philip Ackerman, husband of Maud, David Gildenhorn, brother of Cheryl, Saul Weltman, father of Mindy, Jerry Davis, husband of Mim, Joyce Dwork, mother of Tom, Dorothy Margolis, grandmother of Connie, Harold Aronson, uncle of Lisa and Bill, Dr. Saul Mendelson, brother of Esther Hartman, uncle of Chris and Eileen, Herbert and Cindy and Deborah, great uncle of Tamara, Matthew and Casey, Jacqueline and Michelle. Esther Golden, great grandmother of Stacy, Betty Coe, mother of Brenda. Bella Gordon, aunt of Natalie and Mike and great aunt of Josh. Anna Silverman, grandmother of Rick and great grandmother of Carrie. Eugene Abrams, father of Rhonda and Judy. Ted London, uncle of Bob and great uncle of Heather. Ferry Slander, father of Melissa. Mildred Newman, mother of Bob and grandmother of Lessa. Harvey Penn, uncle of Debbie. Kenneth Schwartz, brother of Judy. Annie Doris Schiller, mother of Louis. Neil Rockoff, cousin of Alan and Dory. Gwen Abraham, sister of Michael. Lawrence Rubin, father of Jean, Phyllis Zeinberg, father of David. During the period of Shloshim, of 30 days, we remember Joshua Penkar, brother of Albert, Joel Cohen, father of Sam and friend of the Tilka family, Louis Cohen, stepfather of Claire, grandfather of Helen and husband of Julia, Arnie Weinstein, father of Sarah, Wayne Gerson, husband of Lenore, and father of Jill and Matt. If you would like to mention a name that I have not mentioned.
Naomi Gallweiser.
If your custom is to rise for the Kaddish, please do so. As we say, יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קרי, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה ויריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיא, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai nekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim. Do we have any children who want to help us with the challah, with the motzi? Just come up on the bima.
You didn't have your bat mitzvah yet.
It's close.
It's close. Hamotzi lachem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rising song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
You'll share it with the people there. But first, each one of you needed to have a taste. No challah for you? Oh, thank you.
Oh, say shalom, bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, be'yakov Yisrael, be'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, be'yakov Yisrael, be'imeru amen.
Tomorrow night is Slichot. What, 6:30 we'll have some food, and 7 it's Marcy's concert. Marcy and Gonzalo, and it's always wonderful for those of you who have attended a concert like that. It's really great. And then at 8 o'clock or so, the Slichot service. Please join us for the Oneg, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.